When you launch a new product or you sell through a new channel, it's so important you get everything perfect straight away. Is it? That's my thought for today. So Millie and I are working on our new downsell offer within our tutoring company, and we've been using Alex Hormozi's $100 million money models to talk or to create the downsell offer and how we go about pricing it and creating a money model that's going to work for the business going forward. And this is not the first time we've had issues creating something from scratch. Every time, everyone does, because you want to do it perfectly first time. You want to have that email sequence nailed down. You want it to be effective. You want every message to really poke at their pain, provide proof, sell them on it, and then give them an amazing CTA and a great headline and all this sort of stuff. And so you always want to come at it with it's such a big task. And then oftentimes, at least I have found, when you go through all that effort and then you do all that and you'll come out with something that you're really proud with because you've thought of every possible angle as to why this is going to work, and then you put it out there and it doesn't, and it just flops, or you might not even get a single sign up or a single click, and that sucks. And so I've actually been thinking about it. So what came to this thought process today was we have been fortunate enough to spend our money on a part of the acquisition.com AI. It's trained on all of the books and everything like that. And so today we gave it all of our products and services, all of the features, and we said, can you help us create a downsell offer? And it suggested what we had thought, which is good. And we said, can you price it up? How would you sell it? And all this sort of stuff. Great, it was helpful. And then we're like, cool. It suggested an emailing sequence of this is how many things you'd send out, which is within line with Hormozi's whisper, tease, shout. And the emails are really bare and basic. And we're sat there thinking like, well, from what we know about marketing, what we know about advertising directly from him is where we learned it, and then trial and error and all that sort of stuff. They're like, oh, it's just not going to work very well. Like, we're not digging into their pains enough. We're not talking directly to them. We're not giving them, just all of the miniature details which are required to make something perfect. And so what we thought, or what the perfect scenario is just trialing and having a basis from which to start. And I think what's happened with our sales cycle at the moment, our sales system, is that it's gotten so complicated that it's hard to know what does what. And so the email that it suggested is really simple. Like, here's a thing, £1 free, £1 for 4 weeks free tutoring. Boom. And then it's just like, here's what you get. Click to buy. And admittedly, it seems awful. But what we can do is we can put that out there, or put something simple out there, and then we know if they don't open the email, the subject line's not strong enough. If they're opening the email but they're not clicking, then it's the contents. It's not compelling enough. And if they are opening but not buying, then maybe the offer's too weak or whatever. And you can tweak each of those individual things once you have more information. But this is, I believe, the secret to where great success comes from. And it comes from science, honestly, which is you have a hypothesis and you just test it. And then you change one thing. You do one iteration and you test it again and see how it changes. And then you track that, which is better. Okay, you keep the winner. Then you change one other thing. Okay, track it, which is better. And then you just check and see what impact, what aspects are having. And that is over time how you create the best ads, the best email sequences, the best products, the right pricing, and all this sort of stuff. Because you get feedback from the percentage of people that close, all the actions that are taken en masse. And that's the trick. If your sample size is too small, you can't do this testing. This testing costs money. And the moment you then crack it, then you crank it up. And so you have to come at this from a point of, this is going to cost me money to do. And so you have to be in a space to be able to do that. So this is not advisable necessarily for starting a brand new product or a brand new channel from scratch with a whole new business. You know, if you don't have capital to invest or monthly profits that are coming in, different strategies required. But those are the thoughts of the day. Interesting one for me to look back on. All right, have a great day.